Are you ready?
No.
Are you ready now?
Yes, I'm ready.
Hello.
Hello.
I built a house.
A house, or is it a shop, or
No,
is it?
it's a house.
It's a house.
Why would I say house if it was a shop?
I don't know. You might just be
It's a house.
Okay.
No, it's a house.
So it's quite a big lot.
I don't know. I don't remember what size it was.
I see. You're giving it the classic draw random interesting shape.
No, not entirely. You think it's interesting though? Thank you. I don't know. This is my old building strategy, and I don't know how well it works. Lately, I've been trying to just use the general square room tool because I feel like that actually works better when you just randomly place lots of squares and then make it look nice from the outside and then mould it into a better fitting shape. I feel like roofs make a huge difference to it. On my first build, I literally had one sort of roof on it. It was a massive one as well, or it felt massive anyway. And I just had one big square building with one big long roof, and it was very boring. But I can't get rid of it because it's my first one, and I'm weirdly attached. So yeah, it's called this one. Blah 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 blah. This house is called Lemon Lane. Because it's going to be yellow. Yep.
Is this like a colour challenge thing, or did you just decide to do a yellow house?
I just decided to do a yellow house. I like yellow.
What was the inspiration for this?
There wasn't.
No furniture you had an idea of using?
Nope.
Or... Okay. So what's the sort of house we're looking at? Old American country?
I don't know.
There are stairs on the outside?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. In Newcrest and Willow Creek, I do try to do sort of, I don't know.
Since it's called Lemon Lane, did you stick a load of blonde people in it for the end of the video?
Yeah, I did. You saw me. That's not fair. You saw me do it. That's not fair. But I did.
Oh wow! Wait, are those walls higher than usual? Oh no, it's because of the
second floor?
No, what's it called? The bit of rock that comes out of the ground.
Oh yeah.
You tell me what it's called.
No, I can't remember. Foundation.
Foundation.
The bit of rock.
Yeah, the bit of rock.
Yeah, the bit of rock. That's the technical term for it. I don't know.
Does that work?
What do you mean?
You just put a roof through a room. Does that not cut into the room?
No, only if you try to get rid of some floor inside or place fence and join the fence up to a wall. Like, if you're doing a big staircase and you want to be able to have a bit of floor chunk missing because you want it to be like, well, I don't know what to call it, like a little balcony upstairs where you can see into the downstairs. If you want to do that, you can't have roofs going through the building.
Will it be like in the ceiling, but because you play The Sims you never see that?
No, it shouldn't show up unless you make the roof really high, and then it will poke through the ceiling.
Okay.
That's why doing lofts is hard. I mean, you can't really do proper lofts, but you can try to pretend. But, I don't know, there's two ways of doing lofts, really, I guess. And one of them is literally just to build into the roof. But that means you'll probably be looking at the roof unless you put all the walls down, which is a bit annoying. And then there's also just doing a second floor, which kind of works, but it's not really what people want when you think of lofts.
Well, first off, I want to say how disappointed I am.
In what?
I thought this was going to be, and I'm sure the viewers did as well, a real project was on our hands, but you've only covered half of the lot with building.
They want a garden.
Very disappointing. No one wants a garden nowadays.
What?
All people want is floor space, because that's what you sell to people.
But you need a garden. No, that's not fair. I know, I like gardens.
Okay.
And this house wanted a big garden. I don't like building a house and then looking out the back and being like, oh,
are you putting a fence
there
around
is
this
no
garden?
Outside. Yes.
Oh.
Mm.
Very. Is it sort of a like the neighbours, like very secluded fence, or is it more like, yeah, I've got a little gate here, come and join us?
It's pretty secluded. It's just a really no, actually, it's the shorter bush and it's wrapped all the way around, but it's not much shorter than that picket fence next door.
How do you actually decide between making it really secluded and open? Because The Sims always has, like, you can see behind the house, it has this open area where you can send your Sims to look around. I rarely do that when I've played.
If you have a sim with the collectible aspiration, then
do you ever build a house and then look at where the house is and then think, well, actually having an open back could be good here?
Yeah, I do think about it. I don't want Sims wandering onto their back garden. You know? I don't know if they can. But sometimes I build houses and I'll put doors on the side of the house, because that's the thing, at least in places around here, you can leave from the side of the house as well as the front. And I don't want I know you can set a front door in The Sims, but I don't like non-family Sims trying to get through another way. And so if they can access the back garden and just wander through it, I'd get pretty annoyed. But I might do that. I've done that with community lots, because I don't mind random people wandering through on those, but when it's family houses, you want them to be quite private. In Oasis Springs, however, because it's such a hot climate, I mean, I'd assume Sims don't actually feel temperature or feelings. No, they do. That's a big thing in The Sims 4. But because they don't actually feel temperature, it's not really a thing, but, you know, you pretend it is because you want to feel something, right? No, vampires feel sunlight. They die.
You okay?
I'm fine. I think I need more coffee. I don't feel unless I've had coffee.
There's a nice glass of water there, a nice pitcher of water.
Yes, thank you for buying me coffee, Alan. Much obliged.
So where are the bedrooms situated?
Upstairs.
Are we doing interior design today, or just exterior design?
Yes, but I don't cover all of it, because otherwise the video would have been too long, and I'm still figuring out which parts to include. I cut out putting the wallpaper on, because that takes a lot of trial and error for me, because I never know what's going to look best. I wanted the house to be yellow, but the yellow wallpaper, oh god, that reminds me of the short story in the short film. The yellow wallpaper.
What, the yellow wallpaper?
Ugh. Yeah,
I don't
awful.
Like that
don't watch that. Don't look it up. It's awful.
You could read it. It's only like 3 pages long.
No, it's awful though. Don't read it. It's not worth your time or anything. It's awful. Anyway, what were we saying? Yeah, at first I put yellow wallpaper around the outside, but it has like the wooden trims at the bottom and top, and so it looked too much like interior walls and stuff, so we changed it to the sliding, which made the house look a bit more American. I don't know how American it is though, because I do try to build American style homes in Newcrest and Willow Creek, but I think they always turn out too English, because I see English houses every day and I guess I'm bad at adapting.
What houses do you see around here? They're all semi-detached or just terrace.
But they're all like covered in brick, and then if you walk 5 minutes up the road, some of them have like Tudor-looking beams on. That sounds far more fancy than it is, but
I know what you mean.
Like if you walk up
sort of like the painted-on look some have.
Yeah. The fake Tudor beams. But yeah, like if you walk up to the supermarket and look across the road, there's some with the Tudor style aesthetic posing as Tudor. Actually, that's the thing. When we went to Tower of London when our friend visited once, and we went to sit in their chapel, and they said that while it was built in Tudor times, it had been knocked down twice, right?
Yeah.
Once in a battle, and once because someone wanted to restyle it or something. I don't know. That's
Really?
where all the hangings take place, or took place. They don't take place now. I don't
someone
think we
wanted
can
to
hang
restyle it.
Yeah.
Was that Oliver Cromwell?
I can imagine.
He wanted to restyle a lot of the churches.
I don't recall. I remember we went for a talk there, and the guy telling us about the history of the place, he seemed pretty grumpy. But
what, the Beefeater?
Yeah. But that was a while ago. I don't really remember.
It's not a person who eats. Why are they called Beefeaters?
There's a reason, I don't remember.
What are the
I'm not good at
Beefeaters
being
again?
English.
They're just the people who guard the jewels.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we saw those. That was pretty neat, I guess. I don't know.
Remember when he said people like me would get the hangings? That was really mean.
Yeah. He was a pretty mean guy.
I liked him.
So did I. Oh god, I squeaked. Actually, yeah, he was like, so where's everyone from? And we said Morden, and for some reason he went into a long rant about it. I shouldn't say where we live. I'm going to censor where we live. About the peasants, yeah.
From South London.
The peasants from South London, that's us. The peasants from... That's lovely. I think we were the only 2 people there who are actually from London. Everyone else was like, oh yeah, I'm from Germany, I'm visiting from somewhere else, and we're just like, no, we're from here. And he was kind of like, why are you here then? I mean, we're taught... I feel like a big part of being taught history in the UK is nearly all about Henry VIII. I learnt about him in every year of school. Even when I took history for A-levels, we learnt about Henry VIII.
I enjoyed it.
We don't need it that much.
I didn't like that our history stopped as soon as we got to college. For some reason we were taught loads of American history.
Yeah, we were. But we were still taught about Henry VIII.
You only get taught colonial history if you go to a posh school. Which is really sad, because that's far more interesting. Yeah. No offence to the civil rights movement, but it's just a lot of legislation. It's great. I mean,
it's just that's what you have to learn for the exams, because I feel like they don't know what else to ask you.
It is just dates, legislation.
They're just like, remember all these dates and you'll do fine on the exam. I haven't talked about the build. I don't know what to say. It's just a house. It's a yellow-ish house. I guess it's more beige than yellow.
It looks cozy. No, it doesn't look cozy. It looks airy. Do you know, like, when you go into big wide houses and you take a gulp of it? No. But that's a wide room. That's a long room and it's open. Do you ever go into these big open rooms, these massive rooms with tons of space, and when you take a gulp of air, it feels like you're outside?
I mean,
do you know the sort of house
I do?
I really like
pretended to be able to afford them before. No, I'm joking. I do want to do that though. I want to just go house shopping and pretend to be a really wealthy person. Just be like, yeah, I could see myself buying this house because I can sound posh, so people will think I have money. I sound like I might have money.
Very nice. Is that table new?
It came with the Jungle Adventure pack.
Oh, okay. It looks really nice.
I know there's different kinds of wood. I didn't realise until I saw it, but I want tables like that.
That's really nice.
Yeah, that's pretty cute. I didn't know how to fill this up. So the floor plan downstairs is a bit weird, I guess. There's this living room, it stays sort of the same as it is now. But then you see where that big 3 square window is on the right. We section that off and make it into a little office. And then upstairs, I don't show the decorating. As well, that window? No, cats and dogs.
Cats and dogs.
Upstairs we have 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, which is pretty intense for a like medium-sized house. I don't know, it is pretty big. But yeah, and there's a dining table on the veranda outside. But now we're hopping into the tour. So we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Oh, that looks lovely.
Thank you.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, and make sure to check out all of Catherine's other videos. They are lovely and have buildings in them.
Thank you, Tom.
You're welcome.